God, folks, what's happening? John Lee Long. I ain't in a Hobo Depot. Not today. I'm close to my bird feeder. All right, so look. Today I want to talk to y'all about stuffuses. All right, so look. So today we're gonna talk about things. We've been home. Everybody been home. What have we been doing since we've been home? Have we been practicing? Have we been learning our bass? Have we been thinking things through for the next time something like this happens? What have we been doing? That's the question. What have we been doing? Anyway, you guys can hear that they cutting grass next door. I can't stop that, but the video must go on. All right, so today I'm using, this is my custom Lakeland 5502. And I say custom because it has a lot of custom stuff in it. They got Ken Armstrong and the All Deer Pro Z. And I'm using the Andrew Goucher 1000 watt bass head. And I'm using, it's called a Pro Cam. Is it a Pro? I think it's called a Pro Cam. And I'm using my Epiphany 310. I'm using Andrew. This is right out of his hands. He gave it to me. One of his custom cables. Now, I'm gonna say this on camera. When Andrew gave it to me, I was like, okay, they're just like the rest of the cables in the world. Look, and other planets. Until I got home. When I got home, it's a whole new different ball game, y'all. Your sound becomes more broader, more distinct, more in your face. Your bass becomes, it breathes. It makes your bass breathe. Wow. This is the Andrew Goucher cable. Alright, so this, here I guess everybody's saying, what is the Andrew Goucher day? No, it's not, but hey, I love him. So I want to shout out to him. Okay, so let's talk about what we've been doing. I think the COVID-19 should have opened up a lot of our eyes to greater things. Like what? Well, practicing is one thing, all right? We can practice and practice and practice and practice and practice, but if we don't have nobody else to practice with or do that what we practice, then we just practicing. I think the main thing that COVID-19 taught me is I need to learn more about myself and my instrument. Also, it also taught me what instrument should I be using the most. You know, some of you guys have 30 to 45 instruments. And I mean that, 30 to 45. Some of you got 3, some got 5, some got 10. When this thing clears up enough where you can get out and start gigging again, what would be the instrument that you use? Will it be the main instrument you've been playing with at home for the last 4 months? Or would it be something new that you go out and buy because you always wanted to try it? Basses are very unique. They can't talk, but they will say things for you. Boy, you preached that one. They can't talk, but they will say things for you. You just said something there. So if you took the time to sit down with that one instrument and actually talk to it, and I don't mean like, hey, what's happening, man? You know what I'm saying? Not like that. I mean, sit down and actually play that instrument and find out if you got switches on it, what every switch does, what every knob actually will do. The book can tell you a lot of things, but until you sit down and actually fall in love with this one instrument, you know, you never know what she could do or it could do for you. My thing is, I had an opportunity while, you know, this stuff was going on to actually still engage in a lot of instruments. And I heard a lot of instruments, played a lot of instruments, and I actually had my hand to repair a lot of instruments. And for my personal use, there's a lot of instruments I would like to put my hand on if I had the opportunity, if somebody would give it to me free, that I would love to own. So happened, this one is one that I bought during the pandemic. I bought this one because I had to, not because I wanted to. I had to. But when I got it, I found out it was very interesting. You know, I'm a Music Man guy and a jazz guy and a Smith guy. Um, and so I had opportunity to work on this bass and put things in there that I want. I put a Ken Armstrong's in it. I love Ken Armstrong pickups. I mean, they're very precise. They're very unique sounding. They're very aggressive. You want them to be. They're very calm. You want them to be. Like any other pickup, except Ken has his own. Kent. I keep saying Ken, but his name is Kent. Kent Armstrong. He has his own twist of things. When you and with a certain preamp, it really comes out. So I sought and I sought, I sought, I sought and learned more about the Lakeland because it has the Music Man qualities and it also has the jazz quality. If you switch it a certain way, you can get jazz, you can get Music Man, you can get more jazz, more Music Man together, a marriage. So I had to sit down and kind of learn this girl. And what I found out is it's a very interesting bass. It does a lot of things on its own, but you got to ask for it. So you have to sit down and talk to your instrument, figure out what it does, and a lot of people say what it do and what it cannot do. Well, it can do a lot of things, but you can't. Get it? It can do a lot of things, but you can't, or a lot of things that you can't do. Like for instance, let's check out the preamp. Right, that's your motor of your whole instrument. How many times have you sit down and actually, instead of turning the volume knob on to get the volume and turning the bass and treble all the way up? Have you really sat down? Have you really sat down to actually study your mids? Did you study? I was waiting on one of my neighbors. Sorry, y'all. I was studying the mids high and low. Have you done that? Because your mids actually voice your instrument in a different way. How many people sat down and did that? A lot of people are like, I don't like mids. I'm one guy that really, I don't care for too much mids. But then there are some basses that has a characteristic within them that the mids will actually bring out. So I had to sit and learn. Listen to what I'm saying now. I had to sit and learn about the mids of a preamp. And what I found out about the All Deer preamp mids and stuff is that it actually pulls up meat, and it either softens the meat or it pulls it up to where it can be medium rare or well done. Boy, you said it. You said it like you knew what you talked about. Oh, you know what you're talking about? All right. And then, a lot of people open their bass and treble wide open. I think that's good. Open your bass and treble wide open, but you got to respect your amp too. That head back there does a lot of great things if you allow it to. But if you cranking everything up on your guitar, by the time it gets to your head, you got a whole new different, it comes from your head to your speaker. It's a whole new different attitude happening. What you have to do is find out how to learn the marriage language. Boy, I think I'm gonna teach this. I'm gonna name this video the marriage language. Find out what goes on from here to here to here, and that would be your personal sound. One more time. Find out what goes on from here through this to here to here, because what comes out there is what you put in there. All right, you just have to find a marriage language. So I don't want to make this video very long. I just wanted, I just felt like I needed to say this today because we're all at home and we're playing basses we don't even normally play, to see if the love is gonna come back. The love ain't never left. You just have to actually go back to it and learn this language, this marriage language again. All right, so basically, I'm gonna end this video because I can go on and on and on about learning your instrument itself, electronic wise, because we can learn the instrument all day long. The neck, from here to the body, from the neck to the body, we can learn that all day, and we can learn every note up there. We can learn how to twist and finagle and bend and pop and thump and do all this stuff from here to here. But once it leaves from here to here and gets to that, then that's a whole new different language. I don't know if y'all hear me or not. It's a whole new different language from here to here to here to here. That's a whole new different language. And once you learn all of this language to put with this language, to go to that language, through this language, to that language, to this language, you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. I don't think anybody wants to sound like everybody else. I don't want to sound like that guy. I like his sound though. I don't want to sound like him, but I like his sound though. You know? And a lot of people go like, well, how do I get my bass to sound like that? Well, every bass has a different language. This bass has a different language from my Music Man SR5. You know? It talks completely different because it's got more stuff in it to talk differently. They may have close to the same kind of amperage of preamp throwing out, but I have to learn the language of this bass. And then when I pick up my SR5, I have to learn the language of that bass. And then if I go pick up my Ken Smith, I have to learn the language of that bass. I can't treat them all the same way. They don't talk the same way. Suppose I go and get a Fodera. You know, I go get a Fodera, that's a whole new different ball game. It talks completely different from this bass, but they all have one purpose. Check this out. Bass. That's all their purpose is, bass. Bass notes. That's what their purpose are. Throw out bass notes. But the quality and the quantity and the texture of that note, that depends on you. How you want that note to come out, how you want that note to present itself, how you want that note to say, this is Johnny Long playing, or this is Dick, Tom, and Harry and Jane playing. I know them from anywhere. I don't even have to come inside the building to hear them. I know that's them. By the texture of their notes and the texture of their instrument and the way the instrument sounds, I know that's them. I ain't even gotta look. I can hear that's them. Not because of a particular lick, sometimes, but particularly of the sound. So I hope we have learned something today, because I know I did, even talking, you know, hearing. I'm hearing myself. I'm hearing myself saying stuff, and it's teaching me. But I want you to understand that you just don't, the way basses are nowadays is different from the language of the yesterdays. Where yesterdays they didn't have the really good preamps, and they didn't have the really good pickups, and they didn't have the really good necks that stay straight all the time. They didn't have the really good strings that feel soft in your hands. They didn't have the really good bridges that's really solid. You know, but what they had was amazing. And there are players like Rocco Pastorius, if I'm saying his name right, or Rocco. Man, he's from the old school, and he makes me sit and watch him every day because of his tone, because the way he knows his instrument, the way he wants them to talk for him. All right? You can't go like this. Boom, 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 boom. And say it. But you can think and put it here, and it'll come out there what you're thinking. And that's what you want people to know you by. That's what I want people to know me by. It's like, man, you know, his texture, his demeanor of his notes coming out of there, his texture of his bass, the demeanor of his notes, and how round and how clean or how articulate they sound. It's amazing. That's just him. You know? And I want that. I want to be unique. That's what I want to be. You know? I want to be unique. I want her to speak unique. I don't care what bass I pick up, whether it be this one or a Real Music Man or a Ken Smith, or a old Fender Jazz, because you know I'm into the old stuff. An old Fender Jazz, or even a Fodera. Either one of those. Whatever I pick up, I wanted to speak me. What? I didn't ask you that. Don't say that. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking out my videos. Once again, this is my you haven't heard it? All right, I'm gonna play a little something for you. Check it out. Now this thing has like 3-way switching, and it has a lot of things going on. because I want a lot of things going on, but I definitely want you to understand what's happening. Woo! There's a lot of stuff going on. And everything is done through the mids. You know, I have my bass and treble at D10. I'm just going through mids. Now, check out the first setting. I'm just going through the mids. I ain't even touched my bass and treble yet. That's what I'm saying. Now check it out. This is the second setting. Third setting. Now remember, bass and treble is in D10. I'm just going through the mids control. Let's go through the first thing. If I can't get everything I want out of that bass by sitting there learning it, then I just got a pretty bass that everybody needs to look at. I don't want that. I want people to look at it, but also listen at the language that I'm speaking through that bass, through that pickup, through that preamp, through that chord, through Andrew Goucher's amp, through Epiphany 310 enclosure. This is a UL2. The UL Series 2. I want all them to get married and marry each other, and for them to speak my language from my country. That's me, my country, me. Speak my language. So there you have it, folks. I hope we learned something today. I know I did. Thanks for checking out my videos. Peace out, folks. Oh, subscribe.